got a treat for you today. We have got Jimmy Taylor and Steve Patterson, two of the members of Little Boys Blue. And if you have not heard them, you are in for a treat.
You know, we've gotten to listen some to their music this morning. It is absolutely amazing. We're going to start off with a live song with them. Guys, y'all ready to go?
Yeah, we're ready.
All right, let's go.
It's a song off our new CD we just released a few months back called Bad Love. Thanks, pretty babe. I good loving done on babe. Thanks, pretty babe. A good loving done on babe. I can tell you, pretty mama, you got the best love a man ever had. Thanks, pretty baby. Some other man is shaking your tree. Thanks, pretty baby. Some other man been shaking your tree. Word around town, huh? You been giving your pictures for free. To the store, babe. Pretty mama, something just don't add up. To the store, babe. You know something just don't add up. I can tell you, pretty mama, you got some powerful stuff. She got it, baby. Man, what a song. That was absolutely fantastic.
Now, guys, did y'all write that song yourself?
Yeah, we did. The new CD that's out has got I think 11 songs, and out of the 11 we wrote 9 of them. So we've got a couple of blues standards on there, and the other ones are all original. Now,
I would do you the disservice of asking where you came up with the inspiration for that song, but I think it's pretty clear.
Well, and of course, I've said this a million times. I've been married 35 years, and my wife asked me a lot of times, "Where are you coming up with all this stuff?" Most blues songs are typical "My Baby Left Me" kind of thing, and blues is not blues if you don't have the blues. So, but it's a lot of it. I write around the actual. My lyrics come usually after the melody of the song. So if Steve plays a melody, a lot of the songs that we've written, even through the 90s, he'd start doing some ditty on the guitar and it would stay in my mind, or I'd record it and go home and I'd come back the next day and say, hey, listen to this, and it just kind of fit. So that's kind of how we write songs, and we've written many over the last, we've been together, about 20 years?
20 years.
Playing since about 1993.
20-year anniversary.
So yeah, we've had a lot of fun and written a lot of songs, some good, some bad.
Well, for some of our listeners that may not have heard a lot of you before, can you tell us a little bit about how y'all got together, how long y'all been playing, things y'all done?
Sure. And Steve might want to elaborate. He can get up close to the mic or whatever. But actually, I didn't pick the harmonica up till I was 30 years old. So I'm kind of telling my age. I've been playing. I'll be like 53 this year. So this is my 23rd year playing. But actually, I picked up the harmonica somewhere around 93 and had been playing a couple of months and started going out listening to music and trying to learn everything. This was before any type of media. I mean, you didn't have the internet and YouTube and all the things you've got today to get on there and the learning videos. And I happened to go over to Jackson one Saturday to hear some music at the Cinco de Mayo. And Steve just happened to be playing with another guy there that actually played a little harmonica, and I got to listening to him. And I thought, that guy's playing the style of guitar that I want to play harmonica to. And so after the show, I kind of went up and told him, who I was. He kind of brushed me off a little bit, but I did get his number and started worrying him. And I don't know, maybe a month later, a buddy of mine called me one day and said, "Hey, would you like to play a house party? You think you could find a guitar player?" And I thought, well, I know a guy that I would love to get over here. And so I called and worried him, and finally, after I enticed him and threw a little money at him, he came over. The rest was history.
It always helps to have a little money.
Little money helped and bribed him, but yeah, we had a great night. And after that, we just kind of clicked, and we 20 years later, we're still doing what we do.
The union was forged.
Yeah,
that's right.
Well, Jimmy, let me ask you this. I was listening to Aardvark Radio the other day on, I believe it was TuneIn Radio. I think they're based out of Texas.
Yes.
And they were streaming one of your songs.
Right.
So have you released music to them? Or
yeah.
How did they get a hold of your music?
We released our CD about 6 or 7 months ago. We did some promo, and I sent it out to some internet radio stations. Okay. Aardvark was one that I listen to Aardvark a lot because of their blues format, and, and they're a pretty big internet radio station, pretty well known. And and as a matter of fact, I've turned my phone on a couple of times because I listen to music in my office. And the other day, I turned on my phone and was going to plug it into my stereo that pipes into my office.
Right.
And Can't Be Satisfied was playing, and I thought, man, I didn't know I had that on Spotify, and I got to looking, and it was playing on the Aardvark radio that I had cut off before I left home. So, man, we're getting a little airplay. Getting some in Australia, we've gotten some in England. I've gotten comments for the last 6 months. We still, and that's what Steve and I were talking about on the way over here. Our CD is still fairly new. It's kind of maybe old here because everybody's heard it. We play at Red Bones 1 or 2 times a month, have been for the last couple of years, so everybody's heard it, a lot of the locals. But we still got a great base out there to send our music. But and we're also thinking about continuing to do another one this year, hopefully.
Okay. And I know you've got a real good following here in the West Tennessee area as well, especially down around Blues or Bill Street.
We do. We play at Rum Boogie a couple times a month, and have been for the last year since we've really kind of binded back together. I mean, Steve and I played for 20 years, but we've had our moments where we went maybe 6 months and sometimes even a year. he does bluegrass some, and I've done some Nashville stuff, and so we were just kind of back and forth. But we've always been together. I mean, it seems like when we come back together, we just pick up where we left off. I mean, we've always known that what we do would never die. I don't think,
Right, yeah.
So
it's like that old friend you don't see for 3 or 4 years, and you run back into them, and you pick up the same conversation you left with. It's been that way musically for us. So it's exciting. It's exciting. It's good stuff.
Well, guys, what's the next live song you want to play for us?
let's do Can't Be Satisfied.
Which one is that?
It's in D. You
D.
gonna do it on your dobro there? Yeah.
I guess I can. Oh, yeah. I know that song.
That was a song that actually was playing on Aardvark the other day. They picked it up, and it was one that Steve and I have played a lot in Memphis acoustically, and we'd never played it with drums and a bass. And when we were in the studio, we wanted one more song on the CD. So the night we just kind of started in on this song, and it worked out, and it actually turned out to be one of the better songs on the CD. It's one of the two tunes that stems from blues written by, this is a Muddy Waters song, and we just kind of took and put our spin of lyrics to it, but basically it's the song Can't Be Satisfied by Muddy Waters.
Is that a D you got?
Yeah. What key you in?
I think I must have read that. That's not going to work. I'm in E flat.
Okay, well I can play an E flat.
Okay.
Man, for the guys listening and that can't see this line, this guy has a box of parts. It is amazing to see.
Just can't be satisfied. I see you, babe, with your other man, doing things on anything you can to cause trouble. Get trouble on mine. Well, I can't be happy, Lord, just can't be satisfied.
song.
That is just unlike anything that you hear around here. That is amazing.
It is, but being that we're pretty close to Memphis, we're pretty close to Brownsville. We had Sonny Boy Williamson's from Jackson,
Right.
And so there is a lot of roots here in this area for blues.
It really is. I grew up in Brownsville, so I've been in Jackson about 12 years, but that's really where a lot of it started for me from the history standpoint. And Steve and I started getting into some of the Sleepy John stuff, like a little blurb of Brownsville Blues was Sleepy John's big hit that, recorded all over the world.
Right.
And let's play a little bit of it,
Brownsville
Blues.
Well, I'm going down the Brownville, gonna take that right-hand road. Yeah, I'm going down the Brownville, gonna take that right-hand road.
No, let's start that one over. Can we do that?
Well, I ain't gonna quit walking along. I get to my big mama door.
Let's see.
Look at him erase all that.
Wouldn't it be great if life were that easy? Let's just.
Hell, I'd still be in the crib.
We'll make sure it ain't all highlighted though. Yeah, there we go. Just go. Okay. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm going down the Brownville, gonna take that right-hand road. Going down the Brownville, gonna take that right-hand road. Ain't gonna stop walking on. I get to my big mama's door. You know the girl that I love, got the big long curly hair. Girl that I love, got the big long curly hair. You know what mama and I'm talking about. Gonna allow me right.
yeah, that's another great song. So you say that come from?
That was Sleepy John Estes. He had that song was kind of like Sonny Boy Williams' "Good Morning Little Schoolgirl" song, but it was probably the most known song that he did around the globe from the pre-war blues era. And,
right, and he as well was from Brownsville.
He and Hammy Nixon both were from Brownsville. Hammy Nixon was a harmonica player, and that was his sidekick. And Hammy was a little bit younger than John. Hammy basically taught Sonny Boy a lot. A lot of Sonny Boy's style came from Hammy. And Yank Rachel also played with them, played blues mandolin, who Steve and I actually got to play music with about 2 or 3 years before he passed away back in '97. He came back to Brownsville with John Sebastian, who, if you know, the Loving Spoonful, Welcome Back Cotter theme song, exactly. You know, John Sebastian. And John brought him home. They brought a jug band back, and we were invited to play, and it was an awesome experience.
Now they have like a blues fest once a year in Brownsville. Is that correct?
They do. And Steve, I hate to do all the talking.
It's fine. I'm good.
Yeah, they do. It's Exit 56, and of course Sonia Outlaw over there with the Heritage Center does a wonderful job. She has really brought life back into what needed to happen from the blues history standpoint. The Blues Festival is just part of it. The West Tennessee Blues Society is the other part that she's helped organize. They've got great participation already, and that's something that I personally and Steve and I both would like to get more involved in once we got more time. This last year we played more probably than we played in 5 years. Mm-hmm. So, you know, we have very little time off right now.
Well, you know, one thing that's been happening around Jackson as well is, you know, the Exit 82 and, you know, there's just been a lot of stuff going on around the Jackson music scene as well. It seems like it's kind of just blowing up all of a sudden.
Yeah, I think just like what you guys are doing here, the media and the access to media and access to broadcasting and the internet, it's really it's so great because it's given a lot of people a lot of opportunity to create. And
exactly,
creation brings more flexibility. You get to see more things. You get to see what people bring out, and it's awesome. Just like coming up here today to be able to say, this is the type of music that Steve and I love. This is the kind of music that we can go sit in a Borders bookstore or on the sidewalk at Bill Street or down at Clarksdale and draw a crowd and play all day long, and the people just sit there and tap their foot. And this, you know, it's just really fun.
And throw money
at us. Yeah, you know, every now and then we have to take our shirt off, but other than that, to entice the money part. But yeah, most of the time,
put it on.
They pay us to put it back on, and that's where we really make a lot. So,
well, I think that Billboard and radios stations don't realize how much people really want to hear this kind of music. You know, people think that this is old school or this is music that folks don't want to hear, but there's a lot of people our age that definitely want to hear this kind of music. In fact, I live tweet and Facebook during our episodes to let people know what shows will be coming up in the future. Within 5 seconds of posting a video of y'all just a few seconds ago, I have friends blowing up my phone saying, "Hey, there's Steve Patterson."
Yeah, that's what I said when I saw him today. I tweeted my wife, said, "Hey, there's Steve Patterson at Redbone."
So. Jimmy,
that's what my wife says every morning.
Hold the phone. They've just asked for you to take your shirt off.
As long as you guys pay us to put it back on, that's what we
make. Jimmy, you touched base on having a stint in Nashville. Can you tell us a little bit about that? What you were doing and who you toured with and things like that?
Yeah, I somewhere around 03 or 04, I got invited to start sitting in with the Music Mafia. At that time had just left the Pub of Love, which is where they originated in Nashville, which is where they grounded. That's where Gretchen and Big and Rich and James Otto, who married a girl from Jackson, all started in that venue, and they moved it over to Dan McGinnis on Music Row. And a buddy of mine, and I'm breathing hard today. My asthma has been really rough this week. So I'm not out of breath. I haven't been running. I'm just trying to breathe a little bit. But so a buddy of mine, his dad had some trucks on a trucking company, leased to me, and he happened to come in my office to pick up his settlement check one Friday and saw all my stuff on the wall, kind of like you got hanging here, and said, man, I forgot all about you playing harmonica. He said, you've got to come up and sit in. And I thought, yeah, right, you hear that.
Right.
And I hadn't been playing a lot at that time. We'd kind of taken a break, and Steve was doing his half-past Memphis stuff. And so I ended up going, and I went one night, and I got getting invited back. And by the summer, this was about February of 03 or 04, and by the summer they asked me to go on tour, and that lasted a couple years. So it was a pretty fun experience.
Well, that's pretty cool. I know you mentioned that you'd opened up some shows with Kid Rock, Hank Williams Jr.
Yeah, we did. We did probably one summer 20 shows with Hank Jr. Kid Rock was there about half the time. Actually flew to Detroit a couple times and played, and we were always the opening act, and then Big and Rich, and then we did some of the big festivals. Went to Twin Lakes and did the Country Thunder. That was like awesome. 100,000 people out in cow pasture, and in June in Wisconsin it was like 75 degrees and 100 here. I mean, it's just an awesome deal.
Right.
What did that smell like?
It smelled a lot like Jack Daniels on cow crap. Spilling it all over the place. But
I'll tell you what. Tell us a little bit about the next song you're going to play for us.
What are we going to play, Steve? You want to do we'll do Cajun Girl. This is a song that
let me swap guitars here.
Just that I build my own harmonicas, by the way. I custom build
and sells them.
And I do sell them, but
how about that?
I tune them, and
that's always a good thing.
I always love the Cajun blues, Cajun Zydeco feel. I know our first CD that we did back in '95. The first song was called Downtown Willie Brown. Was and I was learning how to what they call tongue block on a harmonica.
Right.
And let me grab this harp right quick. So tongue blocking on a harmonica makes it sound kind of like a squeeze box because a squeeze box has got the same reed. So because you're playing 2 or 3 notes at the same time, you use your tongue to block out to make it have octaves. So I was fooling with that one day, and I started doing this. And I thought, well, that'd be a cool, that sounds kind of like a Cajun thing.
Yeah, there you got a Zydeco sound.
Yeah, so I wrote the lyrics, and showed up at a gig one night, and we always usually at the last set of the night, when everybody, half the people were going home, and maybe 3 or 4 people listening, we always try out our new stuff. That's kind of our practice room. So we started doing this song, and it caught on, and it's a song called Cajun Girl. 1, 2, 1, 2.
She cooked the greens, she's a little machine. She's the best damn woman that I've ever seen. I got a little girl that was born on the bayou. Well, can't one man love her like I do? Oh, yeah, baby.
music right there. It is amazing what you can do with that harp. I mean, it's crazy to me that you can make that sound come out of it.
Well, it's been a lot of time, man. I've spent a lot of time, a lot of tweaking, and a lot of lick stealing from anybody from Howlin' Wolf to John Popper. You know,
A lot of trucks sitting.
My wife, man, the first couple of years I picked this thing up in '93, I literally used to have to go to the garage at night and get in the truck. And a buddy of mine was jogging one night. He came by and saw me out in the truck. My windows all fogged up. He was scared to come over and see what I was doing. And he didn't know what was happening. So I finally had to explain to him I wasn't doing anything but playing the harmonica. But yeah.
Well, at least if you go to the penitentiary, you have a useful skill.
That's it. Yeah.
Can you play Down in the Valley?
Yeah. Bartering.
Well, I'm going to tell you, just in this area, we've talked about how much talent is around, but that is one thing that's very unique about Little Boys Blue. You don't hear the harmonica very much at all. You do hear every once in a while somebody playing kind of like a Bob Dylan style or things like that, but to have an actual blues harp, the style that you've got is just, in this area, it's unique. It's something you don't hear every day, and I say this in probably every episode, things that stand out to me is what I like.
Well, the thing that people don't understand is as people have grown in any instrument like a guitar. I mean, you pull up YouTube now and type in 10-year-old guitar shredder and you'll get a million videos of kids just wearing it out. Every instrument, I mean, again, the media and the networking, you got young guys playing harmonica now that are unbelievable. There's a guy named Nick Clark out in Denver I met him on bill this last year. He's like 18. He is a really awesome player. There's just so many. And the thing that I love about it is that intrigues me about what I play is the trying to do different tunings to try to do something different. Just like that harp, I tuned it to where it sounded like a squeeze box. So in Bad Love, I played from a different approach to get that minor tone. Let's play a little Summertime. This is a minor tuned harp. I actually retuned 4 or 5 of the reeds of this harmonica to make it sound more chromatic and to be able to hit all the minor notes.
Jimmy, that was beautiful.
Thank you.
One thing One thing I can say is you know a good harmonica player by the way they bend their notes. That's a skill in itself that I'm sure only comes with experience. But to be able to bend the notes like that, that's not a very easy thing to do. For me, anyway.
Yeah, it's about control, and it's about like a guitar and player bending the strings on the guitar, and going up a different a half step up or trying to play an octave. It's the same process. It's just controlling that reed, and there's a lot of things you can do to manipulate the reeds, and that's what a lot of people figured out. I do a lot of work on the harmonicas to make them really airtight, so I don't have to just force the air. The air
Right.
just kind of flows smoothly, and the reeds resonate a little bit brighter. And my harps are really loud. The ones I make are very loud, very responsive, and it's a lot of fun to be able to do that. And people will go, "Where'd you buy that harmonica?" It's like, I didn't buy that one, buddy. But,
Well, I'll tell you, anybody that may be interested in buying a harmonica, how could they get in touch with you or contact you?
Let them. They can email or they can get on the Little Boys Blue Facebook, and I'm on Facebook under J.D. Taylor. I've kind of pulled back a little bit on my custom making because it really overtook my time playing. I do still make some. I've been averaging a couple a month for different people on top of the ones that I've made for myself. But since we're playing so much now, I spend a lot of time maintaining my own. So, yeah.
Okay.
Well, and we've been talking to you a lot about your harmonica playing, but Steve, you're no slouch on the guitar yourself.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
You played a song before we got started this morning. Tell me the name of it. It was Mobile?
Yeah.
Would you mind playing that song one more time while we're recording?
All right.
Oh, Mobile Line?
Yeah, Mobile Line.
I love that song.
Yeah, this is an old pre-war blues song.
Grab a harp out here.
This song is also known by Death Letter Blues, and we actually have Death Letter Blues on our new CD in electric, but this is the country blues version. Play it. Have you ever took a trip, baby, on a mobile line?
Hey, Lordy, Lordy, Mama, hey, Lordy, Papa, Papa, how about the Mobile Line?
That's a road you ride to ease your worries night. I got a letter this morning, baby, this week and free.
Hey, Lordy, Mama, Mama, hey, Lordy, Papa, Papa, how about the way it's red?
Come on, boy, the girl you love is dead. So I packed my suitcase and baby bundle up my clothes.
Hey, Lordy, Mama, Mama, hey, Lordy, Papa, Papa, how about the bundle of clothes?
When I got there, she was laying on the cruise boat. So I took her off and I put her to the very ground.
Hey, Lordy, Mama, Mama, hey, Lordy, Papa, Papa, how about the bed ground?
You ought to heard me out when I put the good girl down. Come on, play it, baby. Oh, yeah. Well, I looked down at the good girl, stared right at her face.
Hey, Lordy, Mama, Mama, hey, Lordy, Papa,
I
Papa.
looked down at her face. Said the poor girl gonna have to live till the judgment day. If I ever go to Europe, Lord, you know I'm gonna stop by France.
Hey, Lordy, Mama, Mama, hey, Lordy, Papa, Papa, how about stop by France?
I'm gonna go over there just to give them good girls a chance.
Have you ever took a trip, baby, on the Mobile line?
Hey, Lord, mama, hey, Lord, papa, I'm back to Mobile line.
That's the road you ride, baby, ease your trouble line. Play it one more time, baby.
Nothing is sadder than Mobile, Alabama. Let me tell you, that's where I went to college, and I spent most of that time engaged to my wife, who was living in Memphis. And I would get to come back and forth and see her maybe every 3 months. And I would listen to Bob Dylan, Stuck Inside of Mobile, every time I got in the car on the way back. And there was a famous writer, Walker Percy, great Southern writer out of New Orleans. He was writing about the location and the space between things and how different places had a different feel to them. He described Mobile, Alabama, like being in New Orleans with a plastic bag over your head. And
I like that.
I love that song. I'm so glad y'all played it for us. It just holds a tight spot with me. And I'm going to go back and listen to that over and over and over again because I know what it's like to be stuck in Mobile.
Yeah, great, man.
Wishing for a damn train.
Well, I tell you, it's been real good having y'all here today in the studio.
It's been our pleasure.
We love this kind of music. We love, things that stand out, like we mentioned earlier. But before we go out, you're going to go ahead and play one last song for us. But before that, I want to remind everybody to listen to us on Stitcher. The Back Porch with Jay and Brandon is now on Stitcher Radio. You can also find us at www.tennesseebackporch.podbean.com. Also, if you will, go and like us on Facebook. We're also on Twitter, so we do go and tweet a little bit, I guess is what people are saying these days. And,
Tweet like the young folks do.
There you go, just like Rock and Robin. And if you don't mind, you can go to our webpage. If you like what you hear, make a donation. We do have a donation link set up. So, and also please go and visit all our sponsors and their web pages, because if it wasn't for them, we could not keep this free. So, with all that being said, we're going to close out with another song. So, what are we going to play?
We're going to play a Robert Johnson song. We can't leave without playing this song. But, I just want to tell everybody, we'll be at Redbone's next Saturday night on the 21st. We'll actually be at Rum Boogie this week, Sunday, Tuesday, and Wednesday night, if anybody listening is down in Memphis. What we do here acoustically, Rootsy is completely different than what we do electric because, we're electrified. And
we wear spandex.
And, we do wear spandex, and we have a great light show and a fire show. So
I bet that's real pretty, Steve.
It is.
And our makeup,
chartreuse and magenta.
Yes.
Is that where the song Short Dress Man came from?
Yeah.
You got it, brother.
We're going to do Walking Blues, man. This is Robert Johnson standard.
For my shoe, you know about that, baby. Hey, I had him on walking blue. Woke up this morning, babe, to feel around for my shoe. Yeah, you know about that, babe. Had him on walking blue. Yeah, I had to go round. You know I've been mistreated, dog. Yeah. Take me back to Mississippi. People try to tell me, baby, walking dudes ain't bad. You know it's worse or feeling, mama, I'm most of it. But now people try to tell me that you know them walking dudes ain't bad. Hey, it's worse or feeling, mama, I'm most of it.
That's it. Cool.